Uy, isa sa pinakaantay nating phone from Infinix is finally here. Nag-drop in na rin ang Infinix GT 50 Pro. Ang dami sa inyo nag-aantay na itong phone na ma-review natin dito sa ating channel. And finally, we got the cooling edition. Cooling edition. Parang kakaiba pakinggan, no? Cooling edition. So, in short, sa loob, meron sa mga cooling na peripherals para pampalamig ng iyong smartphone. Totoo nga bang nag-overheat to tulad ng sabi ng iba? Tara, pag-usapan natin. So honestly, maganda tong kanyang cooling edition. Ang ganda ng itsura ng kanyang box, very unique. Now, one of the good things sa mga ganitong limited edition na box is maganda nga ng packaging. And it really feels more of an unboxing pag mga ganitong box ang binubuksan natin. So makita na nakasaad, liquid flow, hyper performance. So pinagmamalaki na dalaga dito yung kanyang cooling system. So inside we got two box, ito yung phone mismo, and the other box is yung kanyang mag-charge na cooler, which buksan natin pareho. Now, simulan muna natin with the kanyang mag-charge cooler. This one is also present, no? If you're buying the INFINIX GT30 Pro last year, medyo limited din siya nung time na nirelease yun. Inside this one, we got your cable, C2C, and ang dito yung kanyang mag-charge cooler, which kailangan mo yung kanyang case para magamit mo lang to. Pakita ko sa inyo later. And so, ganito ang phone box ni INFINIX GT 50 Pro. I'm not quite sure kung anong itsura ng kanyang box pag hindi itong cooling edition ang nabili ninyo. But anyways, buksan natin. Ang ganda lang yung kanyang pagkamukhang sky blue. So, same din nakasunod, liquid flow, hyper performance. So, inside we got yung ating panundot, warranty card, quick start guide, and yung case na sinasabi ko sa inyo. Uy, magandang kanyang case ngayon, transparent. And kung nilagay mo to sa likod, ganito ay itsura niya. Uy, okay kahit itaktak ko. Hindi basta-basta nahuhulog, o wala, kapit, approve. Now, of course, nandito ang kanyang phone. Labas muna natin. Andito, syempre, yung ating charging cable. And of course, yung ating 45 watts na charging brick. And ilalabas na natin yung phone. Yun. We got the red color. And there's another one, the color black. Actually, pareho sila maganda. The difference between them is yung red, matte finish, and si black, glossy finish. Pero I think I like the black one more kasi black tapos yung green yung kanang cooling liquid. Looks good. Si red is red and red din yung cooling liquid. Parang kulang lang sa contrast. Just for me. Kayo, ano mas trip ninyo? Let me know in the comments. Now, itong phone na ito, si INFINIX GT50 Pro, ang ganang 12 gigs of RAM and 256 GB of storage will be priced at $25,999. And yung kanang 12/5/12 will be selling at $29,999. Ang dami ng kasamang freebies, discount, and other promotional offer. Just click the link on the description box or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link para may-redirect kayo at makuha nito ng may kasamang freebies and baka makakuha ka pa ng extra voucher coming from me to you. O diba? Dagdag tipid din yon. Na pag tinignan mo naman itsura nito phone nito, it's very futuristic. I love it the way it is kasi ang ganda tingnan. Kung baka tingnan mo parang meron siyang arrow dito na kinda looks good. Sinakto nila sa kanyang X na mark. And may nakaprint pang INFINIX GT dito. And by the way, itong bagong liquid cooling system niya, tawag na dito Hydroflow Liquid Cooling Architecture. It's groundbreaking para sa mga phones at this price point. Normally, makikita mo mga liquid cooling sa mga mamahaling na smartphone tulad ng Red Magic. No, ang trabaho nito, liquid cooling nito, is to cool off yung kanyang internals, especially if you're doing intense gaming. Panalong-panalo itong bagong feature ng INFINIX GT50 Pro. Pag kinabit mo itong vapor cooling chamber niya, nilalabas siya isang mode dito. Draco mode on. Stay. Now, of course, on top of that, meron pa siyang mechanical light waves dito sa kanyang X. Pakita ko lang sa inyo yung kanyang different colors. Meron tayong teal, purple, blue, red, rainbow color, fuchsia color, and purple-blue color na gradient. Ang dami ng choices, no? Personal choice ko yung purple and blue na gradient color. It looks really nice. Now, likod ito is plastic back. We also have a plastic frames. And we got 2 shoulder triggers dito and a Corning Gorilla Glass 7i na protection dito sa harap. And by the way, itong phone nito is IP64, dust and water resistant. And nung chinek ko siya kung meron siyang eSIM, sad to say, wala siyang eSIM. Pero meron siyang ultralink na technology which can let you use Wi-Fi. Pero hindi ko pa masyadong inaalam itong bagong technology na ultralink. Probably kung na-discover ko na to, I'll try to make a different video. If tama ako, itong ultralink nito is using yung satellite para makapag-send ka ng SMS message and calls where you're in place of walang signal, dead spot, like kunwari nasa dagat ka or nasa bundok ka, walang cell site. I think yun ang trabaho nito ultralink na ito. But I'll give you more details on a separate video. Now guys, kung gusto mo ng complete spec sheet nitong INFINIX GT 50 Pro, tama na, share ko sa inyo. Now for everyday multitasking, to phone nito is definitely a performer. Be it editing ng video, doing some AI, walang problema dito sa phone nito. In fact, kaya-kaya naman mag-handle pati ang gaming. Pero we'll talk about gaming later. Overall, to phone nito, happy ako sa kanyang performance dahil meron sa 12 gigs of RAM. So multitasking on this phone is no problem indeed. Now, this one is being powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 8400 Ultimate. It's a 4nm chip, kaya na mag-support ng 5G, and it's definitely powerful kasi we've handled 8400 Ultimate in the past. Alam naman natin kanyang performance, and it can almost give you 1.9 million na Antutu benchmark score dito sa version 11. And meron ako nakita sa iba, they got a 2 million Antutu benchmark score pa. Now, if you want to see the other benchmark na ginawa ko dito sa phone nito, share ko sa inyo. Now, pagdating sa kanyang battery, malaki lang naman kanyang battery, 6,500 mAh, supporting 45 watts of fast charging, and it can support 30 watts na wireless charging. Meron din siya reverse wire charging and reverse wireless charging kasama, and of course, syempre, hindi mawawala ang bypass charging. Default na yun guys, basta INFINIX GT, default na ang bypass charging. Now, honestly, itong phone nito can last you through a day, wala kang maging problema dito, makuna naman kanyang battery. Basta you're just using it normally, isang buong araw, shouldn't be really much of a problem. Kahit nag-gaming ako, pansin ko hindi ganun kabilis ma-drain kanyang battery. Pero of course, it's best to use yung kanyang bypass charging na feature. And nung sinalang ko sa Antutu benchmark version 11, 12 hours ang nakuha kong screen on time. This is set na 50% brightness and 144 Hz na screen refresh rate. By the way guys, this phone is running iOS 16 inside Android version 16 and meron siyang 3 major Android updates. You should be updated up to Android version 19. Napag-usapan natin quickly ang kanyang display, 6.78-inch na AMOLED display with 144 Hz screen refresh rate. Meron siyang PWM dimming and meron siyang maximum brightness na 4,500 nits. So, honestly, itong phone nito, if you're using it for social media, maganda naman kanyang colors sa AMOLED screen niya. If you're swiping across yung mga shorts, reels, of course, you shouldn't be having a problem kasi this one, mabilis naman ang kanyang pagsagap ng data, okay naman pagsagap niya ng Wi-Fi. So, meaning mabilis naman mag-load. Unless na crappy ang iyong internet service provider, Globe Smart and Dito, si Globe PLDT and si Converge, talagang gapang din ang pag-load mo. Makita mo, loading ang bagal. In fact, guys, nakakuha ako ng 5G plus na signal dito on this phone sa Globe and Smart. So, meaning it should be faster. It's the 5.5G supposed to be. Kaya dapat mas mabilis ang iyong internet connection. Now, kung nanonood ka naman ng mga videos on YouTube and Netflix, expect to give you a good experience dahil maganda naman ka ng colors, punchy, and guaranteed immersive talaga ang experience. Now, kanyang sounds is being calibrated together with Dolby Atmos and it has 2 stereo speakers. Meron siya dito sa ilalim na maraming butas and meron siya 2 butas sa malalaki dito sa ibabaw. So, quickly mag-sound test lang ako. So, yung kanyang sounds is not bad. Overall, I would say na pretty legit. Okay siya for sound tripping, kaya maglaro ka ng games or watching videos. Now, speaking of gaming, ang dami kong titles na nilaro dito on this phone. Dahil this is supposed to be a gaming phone. And one thing na gusto ko i-try out is yung kind of pressure sense na GT triggers, which is perfect para sa mga shooting games. Nagamit ko naman siya sa PUBG and Call of Duty Mobile. And here are the games na nilaro ko. Mobile Legends, PUBG, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, and Wuthering Waves. Now, medyo in-intense ko kunti ang testing dito on this phone. Testing both sa Wi-Fi and sa mobile data. data para makita natin kung talaga nag-overheat siya o hindi. Pagdating sa ML, maganda ang aking gameplay. Honestly, nakapag-achieve ako ng 144 FPS and it was really good. Sa Wi-Fi, sobrang smooth naman aking gameplay. Okay ka ng touch response. Maganda naman ka ng sounds. Wala kang maging problema dito sa kanya. Now, pagdating naman sa data, naka 5G plus ako sa Globe and sa Smart. Wala akong naging problema din naman sa kanya. Playing for an hour and normally nakita ko, umabot naman siya sa 144 FPS pero most of the time nagda-drop siya sa 140. Sa Wi-Fi, naka-achieve ako ng 37 degrees Celsius after an hour and ang data, naka-achieve ako ng 39 degrees Celsius after an hour of gameplay. Moving on sa Call of Duty Mobile, 144 FPS din na-achieve ko on both sa data and sa Wi-Fi. Wala kang maging problema naman dito sa kanya. And all throughout the game naman on both is really good. Wala kang mapifeel na lags or frame drops and consistent man ang aking gameplay. Masarap naman gamitin yung kanyang GT triggers, very responsive, and okay din naman ang kanyang sounds. After an hour of gameplay sa Wi-Fi, 38 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa data, 40 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa PUBG, naka-achieve ako ng 90 FPS. Consistent naman siya on both Wi-Fi and sa data. Wala kang maging problema. One of the good things naman dito sa PUBG is that very responsive ang kanyang GT trigger. So, wala kang maging pas kanya. May-enjoy mo talaga ang buong gameplay dito sa kanya. Halos wala naman napansin na lags or frame drops. Consistent naman siya sa 90 FPS. Okay ang kanyang touch response. Okay ang kanyang sounds. Nag-enjoy naman dito sa game na ito. After an hour sa Wi-Fi, 38 degrees Celsius. And after an hour sa data, 39 degrees Celsius. Now, AAA games naman tayo. Genshin Impact, umabot ako ng 60 FPS. It was really consistent naman halos pagdating sa Wi-Fi. Maganda naman kanyang touch response. Definitely wala kang maging problema naman sa kanya. And yung kanyang sound is for me pretty nice and solid. Wala ka rin maging problema sa kanya. One good thing is magandang kanyang graphics, that's for sure. And nag-enjoy naman ako dito sa kanya. Pag Wi-Fi ang gamit mo, yung kanyang FPS counter almost always sa 60. Eh pag data ang gamit mo, there are times na nagda-drop siya sa 58. Now after an hour of gameplay sa Wi-Fi, 42 degrees Celsius. And sa data, 43 degrees Celsius. Now pagdating naman sa Wuthering Waves, expect mo to also give you a good gaming experience naman. Lahat naman to sinagad-sagad ka na graphical settings and the gameplay was good. Overall, wala kang maging problema. Maganda ka ng graphics, okay ka ng sounds. Pagdating sa Wi-Fi, halos consistent naman siya, nasa 45 FPS. And pagdating sa data naman, most of the time, nasa 40 FPS siya. Hindi masyado nagkakalayo rin ng kanyang temperature. So, ito ang temperature ng front screen after playing Wuthering Waves for 1 hour non-stop. Pinakamainit na inabot natin, 45 degrees Celsius. Sa Wi-Fi, after an hour, 42 degrees Celsius. And sa data, 44 degrees Celsius. Now, for a quick summary, ito ang mga nag-gather natin. Now, sasabihin ko naman sa inyo, no, 42 degrees Celsius is still okay. Playable naman siya. I wouldn't say na nag-overheat siya. Of course, siyempre AAA games yan with a 8400 Ultimate. So, I would say na gumagana ang kanyang liquid cooling. Siguro pag wala kang liquid cooling, it would be a bit more hotter. Siyempre, si mobile data would add some more heat. The most is plus 2 degrees Celsius. Pero hindi naman siya nag-overheat. Pag nag-overheat yan, umabot ako 49 and 50 degrees Celsius. Ito, below 45 degrees Celsius pa. So, therefore, I would say it's working ang kanyang liquid cooling system dito sa loob. Now, siyempre, I did take time to put this one on, ang kanyang mag charge 2.0 na cooler. Now, this one can help drop yung kanyang temperature by, I think, based sa aking testing, kasi kailangan mabilisan talaga, tatanggalin mo yung case para masukat mo. The most that I see is a negative 4 degrees Celsius. So, this is based on Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves. So, overall, ang conclusion ko dito sa phone nito, you can play with or without itong mag-charge cooler. Pero of course, it's better na meron, pero pwede ring wala. Hindi naman siya nag-overheat, like sabi ng iba. Now, pag-usapan na natin right now ang kanyang camera. It has a 50MP na main camera sensor and a 8MP na ultra-wide lens. Ang likod niya can shoot you up to 4K and 60, and ang harap niya is a 13MP na shooter which can shoot you up to 4K and 30fps. Now, if you're on outdoor, I would tell you na maganda naman kanyang camera. Can take you some really nice shots, though I would say na most of them are saturated na green. So, medyo may konting pagka-OA ang kanyang green, pero hindi naman sobrang OA. Pero I would say na okay naman pang post sa Instagram, and pretty nice naman mga photos sa mga capture mo dito. The red is red, really looking pretty red. And if you're bringing naman tong kanyang camera on indoor, you'll be able to get some nice snaps naman ng mga subject. And if you're trying to take some mga food photography, this one can definitely perform kahit this is a gaming phone, pero it can take you some really nice, decent na food photography. And kung gumala ka naman sa Green Hills, magpipicture ka ng mga anting-anting nila, okay naman siya. And kahit mga Christmas decors na ito, looking nice, hindi naman siya nag-spill lang ka ng color, which is good. And if you're trying to take some flowers on indoor, okay, wala kang magiging problema, really nice. And this is probably one of my favorite photo dito sa kanyang camera. Now, pagdating sa selfie camera, honestly, I was quite amazed na it can capture some really nice snaps, no? Kitang-kita mga blemishes sa mukha ko, very natural, ganda ng kanyang skin tone, hindi siya masyadong maputla at hindi rin siya masyadong dilaw. I think this is just the right color ng aking mukha. Now, there are times na medyo shaded ka sa sun, ganito ang itsura. Pero pag wala namang shade, ganito ang itsura. On indoor, expect mo na it would be a little bit softer compared sa outdoors. Now, here's a quick video from the front-facing camera.
GT50 Pro. And I'm shooting 4K and 60 FPS. So, take note, ang taas na nga ng resolution, no? I think this is the first time sa GT phone ni Infinix, no, to be able to shoot a 4K 60 sa kanyang harap. Nice and I would say sharp ang ganda ng video. I'm surprised dito.
And here's a quick one from the rear camera.
Infinix GT50 Pro, very nice, very sharp, very stable ang kanyang video. And I'm seeing magandang kanyang greens. You can move back to move forward pala up to 10 times, pero hindi lang siya ganun kalinaw. And pwede ka mag ultra wide, no, pero except that you need to start sa ultra wide.
Now, overall, ito si Infinix GT50 Pro is really a good phone. Very powerful naman siya enough, and I would say na pagdating sa gaming, hindi ka naman talo dito. Overall, it can perform, hindi siya nag-overheat, and it will give you a really good gaming experience. Plus, yung kanyang liquid cooling dito, yung kanyang technology is definitely working, and meron pa nga siya pa RGB light dito sa kanyang X-Smart. Overall, yung kanyang camera is good for me, pasado para sa akin, and kanyang sound is pretty solid as well. So guys, are you willing to buy this phone at $23,999? Let me know in the comments, and of course guys, kung gusto nyo mabili to early with mga vouchers, discount, and of course mga freebies, click nyo yung links on the description box below or just simply hit yung YouTube shopping link para mabili nyo to na may mga kasamang freebies and may mga vouchers pa nang galing sa akin. Na kung meron kayong mga friends na nagkaroon mga mid-range gaming phone na matino at magandang gamitin, this is definitely a good recommendation. Don't forget to share my video to them, and of course, in-encourage ko kayo to like, subscribe sa akin channel so you don't miss out yung mga reviews just like this one, si Infinix GT50 Pro. So para guys, hanggang dito po na ako. I'll see you when you see me. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.